What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy AJ.
It's your boy Nick.
Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. We back again with another episode. Can continue this countdown. Want to just go straight into it?
Yes, sir. Get straight into
Let's
it,
go.
man.
All right, so we last left off 2004.
2004.
All right, now we're going on to 2003. Want to go first or I go first?
You go first this time. I feel like I went first last time.
All right. This is an obvious answer for everything, but I just want to be particular.
To everything. Okay.
So, Artist of the Year, 50 Cent, obviously. Album of the Year, Get Rich or Die Trying. Song of the Year, In the Club.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, right? That shit was pretty easy.
Producer, I said Lil Jon.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Lil Jon. Because crunk music was running rampant around that time.
Yes, sir.
And that was the same time that's when Get Low came out.
Yeah, that was.
I can't remember the name
That
of it,
was.
but that's when Get Low came out.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it was
that's-
on the East Side Boys.
Yeah, so that's when crunk, like I said, the whole crunk thing was doing this thing. Lil Jon, Yang Yang Twins,
Yup.
and then Lil Scrappy was coming out,
Yo.
and then Crime Mob and them came out like a year afterwards, and Trillville. So yeah,
Young Bloods, all that.
Young Bloods, yeah, exactly. Forgot about Young Bloods. Forgot about them niggas. Yeah, Lil Jon was doing his thing that year.
Yes,
So
he was.
producer wise, it was all Lil Jon all the way.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It was a pretty easy year.
Yeah. However, there was some other stuff that came out that year. Black Album came out that year.
Right.
Jay-Z's quote unquote last album.
Right.
His retirement
15
album.
years later.
Right,
Still
no
having
bullshit.
Right.
That joint came out, which was a dope album as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaker Box and The Love Below.
Yeah.
One of the Outkast's best albums. One of them. Do you consider that their solo album?
Yeah.
But do you consider that their
I
album?
do. I consider that album two different
okay.
albums. Me personally.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cause not everybody feels that way. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause it was still considered Outkast. Just
Yeah. That's just me though.
yeah. No, I'm the same way. No, I'm the same way. They both got Outkast. I mean, Andre got one solo album. What else came out that year?
2003.
That was 03.
Well, I think 2003 was when I first heard Kanye. So Slow Jams came out in 2003, and I think it did.
Was
it
that
came
03?
out. Yeah, I think it came out in 2003 because it came on Twista's album first.
Yeah.
Then it was on.
And then
It was on
went on
Kamikaze. So I remember that was a big record. I'm pretty sure that came out in 2003. Man, that I was just talking about this with my wife. That was Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx's
I think the single came out in 03.
yeah, that's all I was saying. I'm thinking about just songs.
Yeah. The song
Big
came
stuff
out.
that came out. Yeah, definitely Black Album. Absolutely. Other than that, I mean, some Rockefeller albums came out, but none of them were that great or big. Trying to think of the South. I mean, like you said, Lil Jon.
When the Chicken Beer came out in 03?
Chicken and Beer did come out.
That was 03? Yes,
Yeah,
Chicken and
yeah.
Beer.
That was good.
I
bro.
forget about Chicken and Beer. I mean, Lil had a good little 3-year album run too, though.
Great album.
He had a
run.
great-
Fantastic album run.
Yeah. Chicken and Beer.
Chicken and Beer came out.
Had
yeah.
P Poppin', Stand Up, fucking
Waterfall.
Waterfalls,
Yeah.
Hoes in My
Stand
Room.
up.
I think the funniest song is Hoes in My Room with him and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, that's just
Who
hilarious.
let these hoes in my room? Did you let them in?
Yeah, I remember that shit was hilarious. Dog, he had so much funny shit in that album.
He really
It
did,
was
bro.
it was like a comedy rap album, I swear to God.
That nigga was so. He was underappreciated. I ain't gonna say underrated. Underappreciated.
I agree. Why do you think he was?
I don't know. I mean, because he had hits, definitely had hits.
Yeah.
I just think he doesn't get the same respect as kind of especially at that time, 50 or Eminem or Jay-Z or Kanye, where he started stepping into the scene.
Yeah. So my take on it is that I think it's because he would come with comedy in his rap, and he wasn't super serious. Where I feel like some people might be like, oh, it's like some fun, like it's kind of goofy, it's like fun.
Yeah.
So like, but these artists are like real serious, and so they're taken more seriously. Sure. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. But I feel like, but in terms of, I see what you're saying though, guys. Like, in terms of rapping and all that shit, like he was fantastic.
Yeah, especially if you listen to like his his non-singles.
Yeah.
Like, for example, what's the joint? The Southern Fried intro. He killed that fucking shit. Like he
he's
murdered that fucking
He's
intro.
A great rapper.
Yeah.
He's a great rapper. You know, and I think he's also, and I'll talk about Nelly soon too. But in terms of, sometimes I think artists can be so hot, like that you can be too hot. Like you're so popping or you're so hot. Like I felt like Ludacris was really popping. I mean, you mentioned a good thing with 2003 because I did forget about Chicken and Beer. It's hard to think about anything else when Get Rich or Die Trying came.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true too.
Went diamond,
and that's true too.
It was literally, bro. It was like Dr. Dre and Eminem came together. I mean, it was just like it was like a blockbuster event. But yeah, I think Luda's a great rapper. He's a great rapper. I mean, he's fantastic. I agree. I think he definitely could get more respect. I definitely think so too. I think, but again, that's just me. I think he put out Release Therapy, right? And I didn't really like that album that much. But he tried to be a little more serious and shit on it, and it was kind of like,
a whole new look.
It was kind of like, I was like, no, we like that. That was more fun before. But sometimes I feel like people like they don't get taken seriously because like whatever reason. I feel like his music was like fun music.
Yeah,
like,
it definitely was fun.
It was fun music, but like some people think like fun music isn't like great or something. Oh, it's just like fun music. Yeah. This is more serious. You know what I mean? Like people that want,
especially back then. So yeah, I can see.
Yeah, but anyway, he was also, but also we're talking about Jay-Z. I mean, Jay-Z had a career, was in the game longer than him.
That's true.
He came in '99 with that album, and then what was it, '99 Southern Hospitality? Was that?
That was 2000.
2000, yeah. So he was still pretty,
2000, yeah, that was 2000, yeah.
So he was still pretty like new and shit. So he blew up though.
Yeah, but that was his third album actually. Chicken and Beer.
Yeah.
Well, technically fourth, but his third one like nationwide.
What was his first one?
Incognito. That was like independent. That was an independent release though. That's when he first started DTP. That's when he first started.
Oh, okay.
And he pretty much did everything. He pretty much did everything by himself at that point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard that shit.
Yeah, I haven't heard it, to be honest. But I think What's Your Fantasy was on that album.
Oh, was and then they just kind of
they carried it over to Southern Husband. Yeah, back for the first time. So you got for 03?
Yeah, so 03. I mean 03 is 50 artists, producers, Lil Jon. I put Dr. Dre as a runner-up.
Yeah.
Just because of his I think 03 G-Unit came out more in 2000. Was it 2004? I thought 03.
What's right?
Like the G-Unit album, the first.
That was 04.
It was 04. Okay. Well, I thought it was still 03, but either way,
it might be.
Either way, just because of I felt like, and you had seen the growth in Dr. Dre on 2001, Crying 2001, where he like went from G-Funk to more darker like piano sounds and shit.
That was 03. My mistake.
So that was late. So he had like popping them things, all that shit.
Yeah,
he had all those joints on there. He really, I feel like Dre had really stepped into a new sound.
Did.
It wasn't like, it didn't sound like West Coast to me anymore. It sounded like something more dark and like orchestral.
And he really focused heavy on keys. He focused heavy on keys.
Piano. He was big on piano. He had a couple pianists. Scott Storch he had worked with before. Then this other Italian dude, I forget his name. But he worked with a lot of these dudes. And then so he's a runner-up. But Get Rich or Die Trying absolutely has to be the album. And In the Club is absolutely the song. I mean, it's just that song.
Yeah, it really is.
Bum. I mean, you just know what it is. Bum. Like, what else do you have to? That was easy.
Right. Next up, 2002. I'll let you start this one.
Yeah. Artist, I put Nelly. I just thought he was just so hot at that time. Like, I mean, just absurd. And just like for everybody. Like, it wasn't just like for rap circles, but even like beyond that, like just crossover, like just artists in general. Like the Nelly style of like of singing, rapping, like very unique, and I think it's reflective of where he's from, St. Louis, because like his country is shit, but it's also kind of got like city too. It's got like that country flavor to it as well.
Yeah.
So him singing and rapping, it was just so catchy. So I put Nelly as artist. Producer, I put Neptunes. They produced a ton of shit that year. They produced that. Produced Hot in Here and a couple other joints, but they did Justin Timberlake. That's not rap, but they did their own song Frontin' with Jay-Z, and then they also did Miss that year too. They had a whole bunch of joints they did that year. And then for album I put Nellyville, because Nellyville had like so many hit songs on it, like number one, Pimp Juice. I'm trying to remember all of them. Hot in Here.
Number one.
Yeah, like Dilemma and shit. Like Dilemma. I mean, all those songs, they were huge.
Rock the Mic remix.
Yep.
That was my joint.
So there were so many joints on that album. I feel like I had to put that out.
He had mad singles on it.
He had a ton of singles. I mean, that was a single.
Air Force Ones.
Yeah. He had so many songs on there, but in particular, Dilemma and Hot in Here were like top charts for like a long time.
How did I forget about Dilemma? I forgot about that. see, this is why I did it. Just when you do this list.
I got you.
Just when you do this list.
So I put for song, I put Hot in Here because that's just got to be the joint. It's just got to be the one. Second will be Dilemma.
True. All right. So mine's a little bit different. So for me, for artists, I put Eminem.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Eminem Show.
Yeah, Eminem Show, and I put that for the album actually. For me, producers, Neptunes, of course, and song. I actually did put Hot in Her because that was a super popular song. Honestly.
Right.
It really was.
Right.
So.
Right.
I put Eminem because Eminem Show, and I feel like at this point, I don't want to. This is like Eminem's like peak. I don't want to say it's his peak, but it was like his peak at this point as far as like rapping. Cause he still had the little Slim Shady shit with him, but he was like super more serious with this album. And this is when he started like producing his own shit as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like that type of shit. That he had singles like Without Me, song Sing for the Moment, Haley song.
Like White America.
White America, Clean Up My Closet.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
I think part of the reason why I didn't put him there is because I put him multiple other places. But
fair point.
I trying to share the spotlight. But I can see why you would say that.
That's why I put it. I can definitely see why you said Nelly. Dude, when I saw your list, you said Nelly. I was like, I could see why you said that. Because I mean, Nelly was popping. That was a popping album. That was one of the first word of mouth. That was one of the other first albums I ever owned. It was bootleg, but I still had it. And I played that shit till the wheels fell off too. That shit skips like a motherfucker now. You can't hear a single song like that. But I did put Nelly for runner up, and I also put Missy.
Oh, Missy, yeah.
That's when Under Construction came out. Work It came out that year, and that was popping as well. Like between Work It and Hot in Her, it was like that kind of like fight low key. Yeah.
What else came out that year too?
Blueprint
2 came
out that year. And I remember Jay-Z said a line in Excuse Me Miss. He like, the only niggas moving units is Pimp Juice and us. I was like, I thought about it. I was like, damn, he was right.
Yeah, absolutely.
They really were.
That was it.
Yeah. So what else came out that year? Damn, what else did come out that year?
I think about my favorite artists. I don't really think anything really came out.
Yeah, as far as my favorite artists, Goslin came out that year.
Goslin did come out that year.
Came out
That's a good point. I was thinking about Nas and I was like,
yeah, you said favorite artist like
Goslin's a good one. Goslin was a good one.
Was that 02? Was that 03? Thug World Order. Let me see. That's Bone Thugs joint. Was that 02 or 03? That was 02. Yep. It was 02. And for me, I feel like that was a very underrated Bone Thugs album. That's because, you know what I'm saying, they were gone from the days of like, you know, Creeping on the Come Up or, you know, East 99 or Turtle. You know what I'm saying? They were like not way past that point. They were past that point. Yeah. So like, they weren't doing like the darker type shit. They were doing more uplifting type songs. Yeah, I mean, they're still talking about smoking weed because I mean, it's Bone Thugs. Yeah. But like, they were doing like more uplifting stuff like Get Up and Get It. Yeah. Like the song they did with 3LW. But yeah, I feel like that's probably my underrated album of that year for me. And just in general, just because it was a fire ass album. Also, Tupac Retro. No, Better Days came out that year. Better Days. Tupac Better Days came out. And I feel like that's a very underrated album as well. Because I feel like most of his posthumous albums kind of got slapped just because he didn't have to say so.
Oh yeah, right.
But it was a dope album to me, especially the second disc.
Yeah,
like that shit was fucking like songs like Better Days, Thug Mashin', the Anthony Hamilton version, not the acoustic version.
Acoustic version, yeah.
What else is on that joint? Military Minds, There You Go. Who Do You Believe In? They Don't Give a Fuck About Us. Like that shit.
Yeah.
That song was fucking real. That was a real ass song. If you haven't heard Better Days, listen to it. It's on streaming platforms.
On there, bro.
However, my favorite song is not on streaming platforms. Late Night. Late Night is not on there because I guess sampling issues.
Yeah.
Which sucks, which is bullshit in my opinion. But yeah, that was like probably my favorite song on the album. Find it on YouTube, Late Night. DJ Quick produced that joint.
Oh yeah.
So you already knew the shit was about to be fire. Yeah. And jazzy as fucking funky as shit.
We'll do the next year. Want to do 2001?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do 2001.
You go.
Oh yeah.
You can switch off.
Alright. So artist, Jay-Z. Album Blueprint. Producer.
Who'd you pick? Though? I want to know who you picked.
I had an issue. I kind of had a problem with it. It was between Kanye and Just Blaze.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay.
It was between Kanye and Just Blaze.
Bro, I know what you mean. That's a good. That's a good.
Because they both had heavy hits that year.
They did.
Oh, when backtracking real quick to 2002. I think that's when Karen One's album came out. Come Home With Me.
Oh yeah.
But that was OC, right?
Come on, old boy.
With Hey Ma, yeah. I forgot about George. See, there's so much shit that came out.
Divine Community came out in 2003. That's 2003.
Yeah, that came out in 2003.
Yeah. That's true. I forgot about that shit.
I had to backtrack real quick. I started to remember. Yeah.
He's excited.
Yeah.
He's excited.
We get to the good shit now.
We get some really good
shit.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
You gotta choose one.
I know, bro. I know. Fuck. I don't know. I might have to give that to Just Blaze. Nah, I might have to give it to Just Blaze. Song, as far as song of the year, I didn't have a song for the year, honestly.
That's cool.
Not for 01. Song will probably come to me later, but yeah, Jay-Z, Blueprint, Just Blaze, other stuff that did come out the year. Stillmatic,
yep.
With Nas. And that's also when the beef started kicking off in 01. And we were just talking about that shit earlier.
Yep.
Alright. So, I mean, we had this conversation earlier.
Yeah, we'll have it again.
Yeah, we're going to have it again. Yeah. So, for those listening now, Nas, Jay-Z, one of the biggest rap beefs that happened, ever. You know what I'm saying?
The prison.
The
prison population was divided.
Jay-Z, Nas, Brooklyn, Queens.
Right. That was one of the biggest.
Takeover, Ether. Your pick.
My pick. It's Takeover.
And I agree.
For me, like, Jay had more ammunition. He had more, like, Jay was spitting more facts. Nas was just dissing him, but, like, Jay had more facts. He's selling more records. He's making more money, and he got all this baby mama. Like, I mean, what else are you gonna say? Like, there's nothing else you can say about it. That's it. I mean, that's
and this is coming from a full-fledged Nas fan, bro. This is a full-fledged Nas fan. There's no bias in his.
I own every single one of his albums on CD, bro. I fucking bought them all. Like,
you heard it first. For all you biased motherfuckers out there,
I don't have all the Jigga's albums. I actually don't have all of his albums. I don't. But all of Nas albums, I have every single one. But I gotta be honest and be a little objective about it. Like, it's clear.
Yeah. And I wholeheartedly agree with that statement, with all of that shit. I mean, I would have every single Nas album or Nas CD.
Yeah.
And I do prefer Nas over Jay-Z. But take over with a better diss song. Now, if Ether was a more hard-hitting beat, and then what the fuck Jay-Z sample in the beginning of the Tupac sample,
yeah, it's just
like that did make it go hard. Yeah, but lyrically, and it's kind of disappointing because lyrically, it's Nas over Jay-Z lyrically every time.
Yeah,
but before this, and then I think with Nas was still trying to like educate everybody while still dissing. I'm like, bruh, I know this is like your MO, but I don't need this like metaphorical, philosophical, educational shit. I need you to diss this nigga.
Smoking too much damn weed before he recorded that shit.
I need you to diss this nigga. This nigga disrespected you. This nigga said he left condoms in the baby seat. I mean, that was after Ether, but still. Like this nigga but that was after Ether, but still. I'm like, bro, this nigga disrespected you, bro. This nigga came for the gutter, and you really didn't come back the same way.
Nah,
he didn't. And then even after Ether came out, Super Ugly came out.
Yeah, I mean,
and that just made the shit even more disrespectful.
Worse. I mean, that shit took it really. He took that shit really far, bro. I was like, yeah, he wanted to let everybody know. It was kind of like back to back, Drake's back to back. Like, that's what that was. Super Ugly was for me. It was like going back, another song just to like absolutely kill the beef.
True.
That's how I see that, like a parallel. That's a modern parallel. I'm not saying that there's similar songs.
Yeah. No, I see what
he would come back with another song and just to completely mop the floor with them.
Yeah.
Let everybody know. I mean, it's just it's true. It's true.
And I was listening to Super Ugly the other day, like about a month ago, and I was just like, God damn.
Shit's dirty.
I forgot how fucked up the song was.
It's too fucked up. Like he went in too hard, bro. But you know what I think it is, bro? Like, honestly, Jay is when it comes to gangsta, Jay is really about that shit. He's been about that shit. Nas, not really. Like, their history and where they're from. And Hope was like a big time drug dealing motherfucker. Like, Nas was like kind of, he was on the fringes and shit. He thought it was cool. He'd write about it. But like, Jay had killed that.
Shit here.
He did like, he robbed a couple people, whatever. But he wasn't like, he wasn't really involved with that shit. So when Jay called him out on all that mafia bullshit, like, you didn't live it. You scribbled it from your notes, from your folks' pad. It's true. That's what I mean. Facts. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Like, he took
your voice. You were using it wrong. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
Right. I mean, it's just like everything, man.
Everything he said, damn near, was pretty much fact.
Everything was fact.
I mean, Nas had some lines here and there, like him biting Biggie. Facts.
That's pretty much the only
and that's fact. I mean, that was really
That was I feel like for me, like
it
was like you're ugly as shit. Like he's saying you're ugly, like
you're ugly, you're gay.
Like right, he's just like running down a list. Like
bite Biggie. Guess big ass lips. I'm like, okay.
Like, what the fuck? Like
you a pussy, you're a fag. I'm like, dog. I'm like, okay. I mean, I know back then calling a New Yorker gay was like the ultimate sign of disrespect. Telling a nigga to suck my dick was like the ultimate disrespect. Well, so from a New York standpoint, I can understand that shit. But
I mean, but people say that in the street any day.
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, Jay-Z merged. I ain't gonna say him. Nah, he merged. I'm sorry.
I think he did.
I'm sorry, Nas. I love you, Nas.
Nas didn't want to smoke like that. He really didn't want that shit.
I love you, Nas. But yeah, Jay-Z got that shit. He did.
He did what he did.
Yeah. He did what he did. Yeah, Jesus. What else came out in 2001?
2001. Word of Mouth came out in 2001, right?
No, that was 2001. You were absolutely right. Yeah. I was just about to get to that too. I just looked at my notes. One of my favorite albums of all time.
That shit.
Because it was the first of all, it was the first album I ever bought. Ever. Like, rap album, this music in general, it was the first album I've ever bought. Granted, it was the clean version because,
of course
my parents. Because my parents. I was fucking 11 years old. Too. So, you know what I'm saying? Well, I was 12 when I got it, but,
My brother got it and it was clean. I remember playing it in 5th grade.
I played that shit so fucking much, bro. Like, I love that fucking CD, bro. I still got to get the vinyl for that joint. That's when I fell in love with Ludacris as an artist. Like, Ludacris is
Yeah, bro.
Ludacris
I think I
is
might
that
have to say,
nigga.
I think I might be his best album, in my opinion.
It is, yeah, it definitely is. You could argue Chicken and Beer. You could argue
Yeah, you
that.
could. Yeah, you could.
But word
I
of mouth,
think,
this is best.
But I think
one.
that was like the beginning of like Ludacris at his peak. Like I was
Yes,
the beginning
yes.
of, like,
And that's not to say that Back for the First Time was a bad album, because that album was fire too. We'll get to that in a little bit. But still, yeah, Word of Mouth was fired. Like, you had Move Bitch.
what else do you need?
Yeah, that's all I need to say.
Roll out.
Roll Out, Saturday, Area Codes.
There you go, classic. You sung
I've
you
got
sung it many
hoes.
times on the show. And I knew you were
I've got
sing it again.
hoes in different area codes. Area codes. Hoes. R.I.P. to Nate Dogg. I can play that whole album straight
shit's
up. Oh,
hilarious.
and it had fucking Welcome to Atlanta as a hidden
I
track.
love
As a
that.
hidden track.
After the lockdown.
Yeah. That's it.
I
Yeah.
remember having to skip through it to get to that. Yeah.
No, you want to know how I discovered it was a hidden track? Cause like you know how like you be on a little road trip with your parents, whatever. You just have like you see a player playing, and you just fall asleep. So like it was on Block Lockdown, and I'm like, okay, it's the last song. I'm just gonna let the shit just play out, and I'm gonna go back to sleep. So the song like plays out, whatever. I'm sitting there in silence for like maybe like 5 seconds. All of a sudden the beat drops. Doom. I was like, wait a minute. I took my headphones off and like, no, it's not the radio. It's the CD. I'm like, oh shit! I had no idea. At that point, I had the CD for about a year, and I did not know. I had no fucking clue that it was on the fucking album. I was like, oh shit!
So let me do mine. I don't think
Oh shit! Damn,
So-
my bad. Damn, shit.
We got caught up.
We got
man.
caught up in the shit, bro. My bad.
That's all good. Bro. I'm gonna make sure everybody knows.
Yeah.
My choice was Hove as well. But in this one for producer, so artist is Hove. Producer, I think Just Blaze ranks higher on my personal list of producers.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if I'm being a little more objective, Kanye has to take it for me because he was doing a bunch of shit at that time. So Kanye, obviously he did Blueprint, he did Takeover, he did like Never Change. On the album he did Heart of the City, which is one of the best ones. He did Never Change, another really good one. He did Takeover, and then he did H to the Izzo, which was like his first big hit. That was also a really, really big hit, which like flipped the Michael Jackson song. And I'm trying to remember what else in 2001. He was doing other stuff for Rockefeller at the time.
Yeah.
As well, but I feel like he did something else.
Like something like
yeah, like with another artist, because there's a reason why. Nah, maybe it's just that. I think
nothing I can think of.
Yeah, so I feel like there's just something because there's some reason why I put Kanye over Just Blaze. Usually I wouldn't, but yeah, so that was kind of hard, but I did that. And then the album's obviously Blueprint. I mean, the album dropped on September 11th, 2001. Literally dropped the same day. And it sold 400,000 copies in the first week. So people just went and bought the shit. That's crazy. And then I would say for track of the year, I'm gonna put You Don't Know. Because for me, that is like Jay-Z's best like anthem song. Like big like stadium type shit. Like that is his like most epic song. And then I put Takeover as a second just because because of, just what it meant with the beef.
Yeah.
But other than that, for 2001, Stillmatic, it's a good album, but nah. It was Blueprint. I mean, man, I can't really think of anything else, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's that.
True. And that's listen most of it came out. Ja Rule dropped Pain Is Love. That's the joint that had I think they had Always on Time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fabulous debut album came out.
Oh, that's in 2002, I thought.
No, that was the one.
The one?
Because it actually dropped the same day as Blueprint.
You don't want to with me.
Yeah, it dropped that album dropped the same day as Blueprint, actually. Ironically. DMX dropped The Great Depression. one of my personal favorite DMX albums. 3 6 Mafia dropped Choices. Was a good album.
Wait, didn't Stankonia come out 2001? No, that's 2002.
Stankonia?
That's 2000.
That's
That's
2000.
2000.
That's 2000.
Yeah. We could get to that.
Yeah. Oh, Busta Rhymes dropped Genesis. Dropped Pastor Combatier. Yeah, I think that's all I got.
Yeah. I can think of anything else.
Oh, Until the End of Time came out. Tupac. You know, Tupac still dropping shit.
Crazy.
Oh, Eve dropped Scorpion. That will Let Me Blow Your Mind. Missy Elliott dropped So Addictive. That's the shit with 1 Minute Man, Get Your Freak On.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I forgot about them joints too. I forgot that shit did come on 01 though. And I think Bow Wow dropped the album. Lil Bow Wow dropped the album that year too.
Well, I think that's 2001, but we both said what we had to say about that. We can go to the next year.
Next, alright. 2000.
So I'll start doing this one. I said Eminem for artist. For producer, I said Dr. Dre. And for album, I said Marshall Mathers LP with Stankonia as a runners-up. I don't usually do runners-up unless it's like really close.
Yeah.
And then for song, I said Miss Jackson. And then I said The Way I Am. And then I also want to put Stan in there too. Those are the ones I think, like, in terms of, like, impact on radio, but also, like, culture and stuff, too. Like, Stan was a big record for that. I don't know if you remember, but with Elton John, like, he performed it with Elton John after all that shit. Because you know how much he, like, to use the gay slur all the time. And then you got an argument with him. And then they ended up putting out this song together. So Stan was a big song. But, yeah, man, I think Eminem, I mean, it's just hard to really... That album was like dark, and it was very like, you know, he changed a lot from Slim Shady. It was less you know, it was less funny shit. It was more deeper shit, more introspective shit. And yeah, man, I think Dre just because Dre was behind the boards for a lot of that album, that's why I put him on there. So that's what I put down. What were your thoughts?
Okay. So my list is similar. The only difference is I'm adding Nelly to that equation.
Oh, you could. Because Country Grammar.
That's when Country Grammar came out.
Yeah, that's true.
And that shit went diamonds too, just like Marshall Mathers LP.
That one went diamond?
Yeah, it went diamond.
Holy shit! I didn't think that would. Wow, that went diamond.
That shit went diamond.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll add that to that too.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, definitely.
So, but pretty much the list is pretty much the same for the same reasons. Like I still said Eminem as like the main one, with Outkast and now Nelly, Marshall Mathers LP, Stankonia, Country Grammar.
Country Grammar ahead of Stankonia.
Yeah, this fight successfully wise, as far as the success went.
Wow, that's crazy. I can't. Yeah, they're both so crazy. I can't believe that.
Producer, of course, Dr. Dre. For song. I'll probably give it to Miss Jackson. Yeah, Miss Jackson. But you could also argue Country Grammar.
Yeah,
you can argue that song too.
Yeah,
because like his debut album, he was touching like hip hop and pop and like R&B and all that shit, country and all that other shit. So he was reaching all genres with just his debut album.
Yeah,
which why that shit went fucking diamond.
So, right, you know that's crazy that went diamond.
Yeah. As a debut,
what other songs were on it? Other Country Grammar and what other songs? Other big
songs? Yeah. Take a Ride. Yeah. Take a Ride. Those were the main ones. But yeah.
Wow. But that's actually that's really impressive that it went diamond. Because I mean, honestly, like to go diamond, you have to have like a shitload of hits.
Yeah.
I'm like. And I'd be curious, like, when did it go diamond? Probably went diamond, like, somewhere, like, in 2002. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I feel like, Country Grammar and Nellyville, like, that was, like, part 1 and part 2 to me.
Yeah.
You know, they were very connected.
Yeah, definitely.
But, no, it didn't. You said it didn't go diamond?
No, it did. I'm trying to see when it went diamond. I'm trying to remember when.
Yeah, I mean, usually, like, I look at a lot of these things. Usually, things go diamond. Like, it takes a couple of years.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
For sure. I mean? But, like, certain albums, like, I think the record. What was the record at the time? I'm trying to remember. 50 broke records with The Massacre.
Oh yeah.
He sold like 1.2 million in a week, but then I think Wheezy sold even more Carter 3. But
I think he sold them in within a week.
He sold like almost 2 million, I think, in a week.
Like he was playing within a week.
Easy. I don't know, but I put Miss Jackson for that one because I feel like the Miss Jackson that like that's crossed over like big time. Like that is crossed over. Like that song is so catchy. I mean, it's a classic song. I had to put it on there.
The Snoop Dogg dropped The Last Meal that year in 2000. That was a good album. I think that was his last album on No Limit before he went started his own shit.
Rock La Familia came out that year.
Yeah.
So that was Jay-Z trying to do the
But that was kind of like, man.
You weren't feeling it.
Nah, I wasn't really feeling. Nah. Yeah, I was really feeling that album.
I like 2 songs a lot on that album.
That's one that had Give to Me on it, right?
That's the big hit. That's the only
that
hit.
was like the big hit.
The best 2 songs on the album are the first and the last one. The intro is crazy.
Well, he always has.
Just Blaze.
He always has the best.
The intro is just classic, and then the outro was Beanie Sigel, him, and Scarface. And whenever they do tracks together, it's always fantastic.
That's fact.
It's the most emotional song I've ever heard Jay-Z do. I mean, other than some of the shit on what's it called? 444. Like literally, Beanie Siegel's crying while he raps. Like it was very, very, very emotional. It's an amazing song. Don't do it all the time, but it's a good song. Other than that, though, Rock La Familia was like whatever. Because I mean, none of the Rockefeller records, like none of the artists really popped off from that. I mean, Memphis Bleek and Beanie Siegel. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ye later on, but yeah, that album was okay.
Oh yeah. Ja Rule dropped Rule 336.
Yeah, I never really listened to like a Ja Rule album, to be honest.
I did. Like when he was like popping. I did.
I just caught the singles.
Oh, did you hear about the verse about it doing Ja Rule versus Fat Joe? That's a good one. That's an interesting one.
It is an interesting one because they're very different in their delivery. They're very different. You know what I mean?
That's how I looked at it. I was kind of like.
But I think in terms of catalog, like Fat Joe was just like. Fat Joe's an interesting one because he
got some stuff.
He's got some shit, but I feel like he never was like super hot. I felt like I mean, Lean Back, yes, but like other than that, like he's never been like the hottest rapper, but he's always been like steady and consistent. I feel like he's been consistent for a long time.
He definitely.
Don Cartagena, like early on, like he had his.
Yeah. He didn't really start. Honestly, he didn't really start getting hits until he signed Pine. They keep it a buck.
Right. No, he did. He did. Right. And after that, he started getting some hits. What's Love? I think was
What's Love? That was in 2001. That was like his first really big hit.
Yeah, that was his first big hit, and then after that,
it wasn't really until Lean Back, honestly.
Lean Back, yeah, then Lean Back, and then like Make It Rain. I guess
Make It Rain. You do that. Another Round with him and Chris Brown. What else he got? He got like of course New York with him, Ja Rule, Fat Joe. Jadakiss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like Fat Joe's got like medium-sized hits. Like he's not like
he doesn't have anything
big.
Like,
other than Lean Back.
Yeah, compared to Ja Rule, nah.
That's why I think.
That's why I didn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't personally line them up together. I don't think it's like I wouldn't say it's gonna be bad, but I wouldn't.
I feel like it's still gonna be a hype show.
It's just.
I'm still watching.
It's different.
Yeah. I don't think Ja Rule really has anything. Well, you think Ja Rule has anything for Lean Back?
Nah, I mean, it's just it's so hard because like when I think of Ja Rule, all I think about is like the R&B crossover shit. Like that's usually what I think about because again, I didn't listen to the full album. I heard a lot of the singles, right? So from my standpoint,
at the same point, like that's mostly all they want to play is like the singles.
Right. So I'm gonna play the singles. Like Lean Back is such a hard song. Like it's just. I mean, I don't think he has anything to say to that. Yeah. He better just like let that shit go.
That's kind of like, you might as well just
let that shit go.
Throw a throwaway record on that joint.
Right, just like, exactly. Like, he can't.
But Ja Rule, he got mad shit. He can play Can I Get a What? He can play.
That's true.
I mean, they're going to save New York for the end because they're going to perform that shit together. And I guarantee you Jadakiss going to come out at the end just because you have to. Always on time.
I'm going to watch that shit.
Yeah. I'm fucking Put It On Me. Down Ass Bitch. wonderful, but you got to cut it off before the R. Kelly part come on. But you got that joint. Fucking, I feel like he would be petty and play clapback. Just to be petty. I feel like he would be petty just to play clapback just because I feel like he would do that. Mesmerize.
You
The shit he did with Bobby Brown.
You
Doug
know
Lovin.
a lot of them joints.
Doug
bro.
Lovin.
Yeah.
I told you I listened to Ja Rule. I listened to him. He had a lot of shit. I feel like he gonna play Pain. Like that was like his dedication to Tupac. So I feel like he would play that joint. But yeah, but factually he could play What's Love, Lean Back, Another Round, If Ain't But the Money, Make It Rain, John Blaze.
Oh, you know the new what about
Twins?
What about the new one with French Montana? All the way up. He could do that.
Oh yeah, that joint.
That was like that.
He could do that joint.
Definitely do that one.
The album that he did with Dre, with Cool and Dre, like the songs out of that joint, he played one of the songs out of that joint. That shit was fire. That was an underrated album.
He just had another hit too, actually, with Rihanna. DJ Khaled, it was a DJ Khaled joint.
Oh, I didn't care about that joint.
I didn't really care about that shit.
He could play that.
But
he probably could play that.
I didn't really care that much for it. The reason why I personally didn't care that much for it, production wise, like the way DJ Khaled like takes these like classic songs, like in that case with Luther Vandross, like it just like copy and paste shit. I don't really like all that shit.
I didn't care for that shit.
That's why I didn't like. I was happy, but I will say I was happy to hear it, and the reason why is because I respect people who were able to make it last in the industry. Make it last in the industry. Fat Joe's a fucking survivor, bro. How many beefs? Beefs with 50, all these different beefs and shit. He still was able to maintain a career and like be. I mean, he's also had always legal issues and shit. He's still able to bounce back. He had a hit like 15 years later with French Montana, and then he had that song. Like, yeah, absolutely, shit definitely went platinum. So I respect somebody like that who's able to have longevity. Yeah, in some ways, you could say he had more longevity than 50. I mean, 50.
Oh, he definitely did.
50 obviously had way more record sales, but 50 dropped off earlier. Fat Joe kept going. He kept going.
Rapping wise, yeah. I mean, 50 didn't really drop off. He just put his focus on more shit.
That's a good point. I think I personally I'm saying that from my standpoint. I might have But no, you're right. He has still put out.
He's in the music. Because he's in he's in movie shit like TV show. He has a TV show. He got like 2 TV shows right now.
What's the other one other than Power?
I forgot what the other one is called. I seen it. It's a good show though. I have seen it. It's good, but I can't remember the name.
I mean, he's been in movies and all that.
He's done movies and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? The Vitamin Water shit. You know what I'm saying? He's done all this, you know.
Yeah. He went different direction.
He's focusing on more than just music. Because, eventually, the music shit is going to, like, end, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
So he wants to have, like, his hands in somewhere else as well.
Right.
So his money was still coming in. So he's not waiting for fucking, like, royalties. Or somebody samples his shit. He's not bitching to get, the money off that song type shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. He had a lot of ventures. Vitamin Water and shit.
Yeah. He was doing clothes. He had a whole clothing line at one point. You know what I'm saying?
G Unit sneakers.
Yeah, G Unit sneakers, the hats. I even had I had a G Unit hoodie.
Bro, I wanted the G Unit shoes. I remember one of my friends.
I did want one, but then everybody had them. I'm just like, I don't want it now because everybody got it.
I ended up getting S Carter's, bro. Jay-Z shoe. Like now I look back on it, I don't think they were a particularly good looking shoe, but I remember I wanted it because it was just hope. And I remember I got those.
No lie. I had some Birdman shoes.
Okay, the Birdman
the all white. Yeah, I had the all white joints. Yeah, I had the all white joints. I mean, them shits was clean. Like anything that's all white is any shoe that's all white.
That's why. Clean, and that's actually what I got the all white S Carter.
Yeah, I was like, the shit was clean, so I was like, fuck it. Like,
what year we on, bro?
2000.
I forgot what year we on.
Okay, 2000. Wait, so we just finished the 2000s. So,
oh shit! Oh no, man! Don't ask these questions.
We got to,
bro.
Mount Rushmore. We got to do the Mount Rushmore of the 2000s, man.
All right, man.
We did 09, all the 2000s. So we got to do the Mount Rushmore.
All right, let's do the.
All right, so for Mount Rushmore 2000s, I'll start it.
You go ahead.
I'm gonna say Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, and I might might say Kanye. I'm probably gonna say Kanye. As it might work more of the 2000s, cause you know we did it for the 2010s, so we gotta do it for the 2000s.
Yeah, dope. We got
So yeah, so Jay-Z.
I forgot how many. I was like, how many people? It's 4. Right?
Yeah, it's four.
I forget. It's been a while since school, bro. I don't remember.
So yeah, so Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, Kanye. That's my 4. It might change, but for right now, those are the 4.
Yeah. I agree. That's it.
For
I completely agree. Yeah, Drake. I'm not sorry, not Drake. Lil Wayne, Kanye. I'll think about it in order. If it's in order, well, I don't want to make it too complicated. Definitely Jay, definitely Eminem, definitely Kanye, definitely Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. I really can't. No, that's it. I actually don't think that anybody else comes particularly close, to be honest. For me, when I think of like the classic albums that came out, and then also the people that were able to sustain that shit. Like, I don't really think.
I mean, if you want to do like runner-ups, you could do like Luda or like T.I. type shit. You know
you did that
50.
last time. Well, last time we did the B side, right?
The A side, the B side. All right. We did. All right, so
let me. I'll do the B side.
I'll start with that. So that was the main commercial. I ain't gonna say commercial, but the main.
Yeah.
Yeah, the A side. So this is the B side. More underrated, underappreciated artists of the 2000s.
Well, I mean, with that said, it's kind of hard to say 50 was underappreciated. But
well, no,
I know what you're saying.
That. You know what I'm saying?
But just like the A team, you got the A team, you got the B team, right?
Yeah.
So I would say 50's on that for me. I'm gonna say 50. I'm gonna say T.I. because I just really like T.I.
Yeah.
But also because I think T.I. actually really made 2 classic albums for me, and really set off a whole bunch of trends with trap music.
Yeah.
So I put T.I. I'm gonna put 50. I'm probably gonna put Nelly too, because even though like he Sweatsuit was cool too. Honestly, I like that one.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of joints. I mean, he between 2000 and 2005, he was still popping. So for me, I put Nelly, 50, T.I. And who's my third one for the 2004? Fourth one. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm thinking. Take this shit seriously. I think I'm gonna put a much less commercial artist. Probably one of my more favorites. I'm gonna put Common Sense. I love that dude, but people don't realize that in 2000, or was it 1999? I think it might be 2000. But he put out a classic album like Water for Chocolate.
Yeah.
And then he put out...
That's the one that had the light on it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
he put out a whole bunch of shit. Electric Circus was kind of weird, but it had a couple good joints. B was absolutely fantastic. So I think I'm going to have to put up a conscious rapper like Common.
I give you that one.
I'm going to put him up there because I think even after that, Finding Forever was good too. All the production with Kanye and then Just Blaze. Not Just Blaze, but Jay Dilla. Yeah, I'm gonna put Common there.
I give you that one. For me, I'll put Luda.
Oh man, I forgot
Luda's up there. Luda's number 1 on the B side for me.
Luda.
I mean, he had a good album run.
I put Luda over. I would put Luda over Nelly for me, to be honest. But
I'll put Luda. I'll put T.I. I might say Jada.
Okay.
As solo artist. His first, matter of fact, his first album, I think his first solo album dropped in 2001. Kiss the Game Goodbye. Was it Kiss the Game Goodbye?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause that's the one that had We Gonna Make It. So I'll put Jadakiss on that one list. Cause he dropped that. He dropped his second album. What's the name of that one?
I know.
The one that had I know it had Kiss in it. Cause like his first 3 albums had Kiss in it.
I know. I can't remember. Yeah, Why was his big?
Yeah, Why. And then of course like just the features he had just in general, like New York, Never Scared remix, fucking Made You Look remix.
That's what I was.
You know what I'm saying. And then like just all the freestyles he's done and shit. So it's just like on top of like the albums and shit. So like, yeah. I'll put Jada on that. I'll put Jada on that list. And last one, I don't want to say 50 because I don't want to put him like there.
Why don't you want to put 50 there?
just because I feel like, kind of like how you said earlier, how like 50 Cent, like he was a megastar, so like he was like a megastar, so I don't want to put him on that list.
But he didn't quite make the
Yeah.
first list.
Yeah. Just because like musically, because like, you know, us like heavy hip hop listeners, like, you know what I'm saying, you knew about 50 Cent before like Get Rich or Die Trying came out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, all that shit. You know what I'm saying, well, all the other mixtapes he had before,
Right,
like Guess Who's Back,
How to Rob.
yeah, How to Rob, Get a Quran. But yeah, like, but this album, like, with mixtapes were like Guess Who's Back, Power of a Dollar, No Mercy, No Fear, all that shit that came out before fucking Get Rich or Die Trying. Like, he was doing shit since '99, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's when he made How to Rob, was in '99.
Yeah. Well, so Jay responded, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50
like,
Cent?
everybody
That's
responded to that shit.
Yeah.
Like, Jay responded, Big Pun responded to this shit on his second album.
That album was funny. That song was funny as shit.
Yeah. So that's why I don't want to put him on that list, because like he's bigger. I know.
I see what you're saying. I guess I
I
was looking at it a little differently. I thought it was just like whoever didn't make the first list can make the
I
second.
don't want to do that. Nah. If anything, I'll make them like on.
Well, in that case, I probably wouldn't have put him on that. No, I think I still put him there.
Yeah.
I think I still would. Because 50, I think he was so hot, but I think it fizzled out relatively quickly, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's why
2003, 2004, 2005.
all the way. I give him 6 or 7.
Yeah, I mean, 2006 and then 2007.
Yeah, because it came out a little bit because of the whole thing with him and Kanye.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something with him is a little hard because he was so high up. So like he was still doing shit, but like in comparison to like it's hard to like.
It was kind of hard to like match that. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, Luda, T.I., I said Jada.
Yeah. Why you put T.I. on the list for you?
For me, just because like, cause he really. I mean, in the South, of course, he was getting huge, but like, I feel like mainstream, he didn't really start making any really real noise till like Urban Legend came out.
Yeah.
So that's like 04, and then of course King came out, and then at that point, King came. It was T.I. versus T.I.P. that came out afterwards, right?
After King was T.I. versus T.I.P.
It was after King. That was after King. Okay, yeah. So you had King. Then you had that kind of like a little bit, because you know.
Yeah. It's big shit popping. Yeah. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. And then Paper Trail.
Eminem joint, but other than that, that was it.
And then Paper Trail. That kind of lifted him back up. So for me, then like my thing is like he wasn't really consistent, basically. I feel like, Ludacris was kind of consistent, but like I said, I feel like he was underappreciated. But again, like you said, the hours that were out at that time when he was out, it's kind of hard to like, yeah,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's how I kind of feel with T.I. too, just like, because I didn't listen to I'm Serious like that, honestly.
Me neither.
Trap Music was straight. I fucked with it, but
Trap Music
was a good album. It was definitely a good album, but like,
I see what you mean.
And then it wasn't. Then Urban Legend. Urban Legend is my favorite T.I. album.
Yeah.
And then King was great.
Yeah.
Paper Trail. So
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But you still feel like he made enough impact.
Yeah, he still made a big enough impact, but it was just like, yeah. And then I don't know who we put for the last one though.
Oh, for what last one? Oh, for your last Mount Rushmore.
For my last Mount Rushmore. I might say.
I'm surprised you haven't said Snoop at all. And I don't know whether because you don't want to put him in that list, but
I don't want to put him in. Yeah, I just don't want to put him.
You don't want to put him in that B team. I don't want to be in the B team.
But then Snoop was consistent too, though.
Snoop, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Think about from 02.
Not even that. Not even 2000. Like 2000, he had The Last Meal that had Lay Low. With Lay Low and Nate Dogg, Master P and all them niggas. 2001, 2002. This is when you drop For the Church to the Palace. That's the album that had Beautiful on it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, you had that.
That album, and then
you have Rhythm and Gangsta, which had Drop Like Inside. So I'm like, you can't put them out on the B list because I mean,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
On my list, I actually, because I'm looking at my list a little differently. My list is like anybody could be on the B team. And just because they're on the B team doesn't mean they're not amazing.
Yeah.
I actually I'm thinking about maybe putting Snoop in there because Snoop has been so consistent. Even then, Blue Carpet Treatment. And
that was a very great album. That was a great ass album too.
Ego Trip. What's it called? Ego Trip. What's it called? Ego Tripping. Like, what's the song? Sexual Eruption. That song. Bro, I made a remake of that beat. That beat was smooth. So yeah, I mean, when I think about that was 08. So he literally like through the years.
07, 08, yeah.
07, 08, yeah. So he went like through the years. He was like very consistent. I would consider putting him on my personal B list because. I'm looking at it more like he.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Well, I know you don't. You're looking at the list differently.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Fuck, that's kind of hard. I don't know.
Whatever.
But definitely Luda T.I. did. Fuck it, put some on there. Whatever.
You don't know where to put him.
I don't know where to put him.
Put him on the A, B.
He in the middle. Whatever letter is in the half is in between. We're gonna make a new letter in between. He's the lowercase A.
Okay.
So no. Actually, no, we're gonna make him C. He gotta be his own.
You gotta be C. Right. Don't make him A.
He's C.
That don't make him
Definitely don't make him B. Another ways I didn't want to put him to be this. Oh yeah.
All right. So
that was the 2000s. Next episode, we about to get to the 90s.
Yes, sir.
And that shit's about to get real.
That shit's crazy.
That shit about to get mad real.
That's crazy.
All right. End this episode here. It's your boy AJ.
It's your boy Nick.
Catch y'all next time.
Peace.